Early one morning, Anna is jolted awake when her young son, Jane, suddenly appears beside her in bed. He asks her to go diving with him in the pool. Before the conversation can continue, a violent clap of thunder shakes the apartment. Anna walks to the window, watching heavy rain pour down as water begins pooling along the street below. She decides it is not yet serious enough to disrupt their routine. She begins preparing breakfast while dealing with Jane's restless mischief. Her mother calls to check on her, worried about the storm. But Anna reassures her that everything is under control. As she cooks, Anna hears an unfamiliar sloshing sound and assumes it is coming from the bathroom. When she turns around, water is already spreading across the apartment floor. Outside, the flood has risen so high that it now presses against her windows. An announcement echoes through the building, warning residents that floodwaters have reached the second floor in multiple buildings and even the third floor in others. Everyone is ordered to evacuate upward immediately, but the elevators are no longer functioning. Jane grows louder and more excited, asking to play as if nothing is wrong. Overwhelmed, Anna finally snaps, lifting him onto the table and scolding him for not listening. She begins hurriedly packing as the water climbs higher around her legs. Her phone rings. A security agent from her company tells her he is on his way to rescue her and urges her not to waste time packing, only to get upstairs with Jane. The call abruptly cuts off and the power in the building goes out. Anna grabs a small bag and stuffs it with Jane's medicine before realizing he is no longer beside her. She finds him hiding in the closet, hurt and frightened. Softening immediately, she apologizes for yelling and coaxes him out by offering him a piggyback ride. When they exit the apartment, neighbors rush past with suitcases and bags. Anna weaves through them desperately, trying to reach the stairwell. She finds it completely blocked by a panicked crowd that refuses to move. Fighting back fear, Anna turns and runs the other direction, glancing out the windows to see nearby buildings suffering the same fate. She reaches the emergency stairs and begins climbing. Jane watches people swimming through floodwater below, so Anna sings to him, trying to keep his mind off the horror. After ascending a few floors, Anna's hope collapses when she finds the stairway blocked by debris. She sets Jane down and tries to climb over it herself, slipping dangerously and nearly falling. She barely manages to hold on. Looking down, she notices lifeless bodies floating in the water below. She decides they have no choice but to turn back. As they move through another corridor, desperate residents break into nearby apartments to use the bathrooms. Anna suddenly hears her name. She spots the security agent Hijo searching for her nearby. Relief surges through her, and she tries to run toward him, but panic grips her when she realizes Jane has wandered off with the crowd into one of the apartments. Anna rushes inside, calling his name, only to freeze as a massive wave surges toward the window. The sight triggers a traumatic memory of being trapped underwater in a car with her husband, Gawan, moments before he drowned. The wave smashes through the glass, slamming into the room and sweeping people away as water floods in violently. Anna loses her bag and instinctively swims after it, but it is carried out through the shattered window. Desperate for air, she spots a narrow gap near the ceiling and takes a breath before diving back under to find her son. In another room, she finds Jane unconscious. She grabs him and struggles toward the door, but it refuses to open. Her strength fades, and she loses consciousness. Moments later, Hijo forces the door open and revives Anna, helping her carry Jane out. Together, they swim to the surface and climb back into the corridor through a balcony railing. Hijo performs CPR on Jane, bringing him back to life as he clings to Anna in tears. Hijo records a short video confirming that the company's lead researcher has survived and sends it as a report. They continue moving upward. Jane admits that the water reminds him of the day his father died trapped in the car. As they climb, Hijo reveals that a company helicopter is on its way. He explains that 3 hours earlier, an asteroid struck Antarctica, melting massive amounts of ice that are now surging north with the seawater. The government knew it was coming but stayed silent because it could not be stopped. Humanity, he says calmly, is ending today. Anna struggles to process this revelation. Hijo tells her that her company was never just an AI lab. Her real work was to help create a new human race. Only 2 people worked on the emotion engine, herself and her boss, who died in the flood along with her child. Anna insists the emotion engine was still unfinished, but Hijo dismisses her concerns. The other teams have completed their missions. Artificial human bodies already exist, capable of intelligence and reproduction. All they lack are emotions. The tension is abruptly broken when Jane announces that he needs to use the bathroom. They rush into the nearest apartment. While Jane goes, Anna borrows Hijo's phone to call her mother and tell her she loves her. Suddenly, a deep rumble shakes the walls. The gas pipe in the kitchen explodes, filling the apartment with gas. One by one, nearby apartments begin exploding as flames race down both sides of the corridor. With no time left, Hijo climbs onto the balcony railing, preparing to scale upward to the next floor as the fire closes in. Anna tries to hand Jane over to Hijo, but the boy panics and clings tightly to her, refusing to let go. His struggling throws her off balance, and she slips, falling straight into the rising floodwater below. As she sinks, memories of the car accident resurface with crushing force. Fighting the panic, Anna pushes upward and breaks through the surface, gasping for air as she grabs onto a nearby sign to steady herself. She forces herself back toward the building, where a child named Jisoo can be heard crying from inside a submerged elevator. Anna desperately tries to pry the doors open with her bare hands, but they do not budge. Realizing she needs tools, she rushes up to the next floor. There, she spots looters emerging from an apartment, casually talking about attacking others. Fear takes over, and she flees back downstairs. Before she can react, a massive wave slams into the building, dragging her underwater once more. Trapped beneath the surface, Anna relives the most painful moment of her life. She remembers breaking the car window as water poured in, Gawan urging her to swim ahead while he held on to Jane. As Gawan weakened and began to sink, he handed their son to her, forcing her to leave him behind. Anna bursts back to the surface on the stairwell and immediately runs to find Jane and Hijo. Jane looks pale and weak, and Anna realizes he needs his medicine, which she lost earlier. Without hesitation, she lifts him into her arms and runs toward the apartments, determined to find a replacement. Hijo tries to stop her, reminding her that the child can be recreated since his data already exists, but Anna refuses to listen. She storms into a random apartment, scavenging the kitchen for ingredients. Using her knowledge, she quickly mixes a traditional remedy and places it into Jane's mouth. As she does, a memory surfaces of her speaking with her boss, Hyun Mo. Anna had confessed that she wanted to give Jane up, explaining that she only had him because of work and that she did not believe she was meant to be a mother. Hyun Mo responded that no one is ever ready, then revealed that the emotion engine was already complete. In just a few months, the company would take their children, raising the question of whether they should have ever created them at all. Back in the present, the medicine works. Jane begins to recover and admits that he likes being sick because it makes Anna pay attention to him. When they look outside, both are stunned to see sunlight breaking through the clouds. The storm appears to be over. Hijo informs Anna that she will be taken to a shelter, but Jane will not be coming with her. He admits that he was never truly interested in the new human race itself. What he wanted was to see what choice Anna would make. He reveals that his own mother abandoned him as a child. Before Anna can respond, the sky darkens again. Rain crashes down violently, and water begins rising through the building at terrifying speed. The trio races up the stairs, eventually leaving the flood behind. Along the way, Anna notices a pregnant couple begging for help in a corridor, but Hijo forces her to ignore them and keep moving. Jane asks his mother if she felt the same way when she was pregnant with him, and the question shatters her composure. She breaks down completely, sobbing uncontrollably. When Hijo checks on her, Anna explodes, declaring that she refuses to leave her child behind. Hijo finally tells her the truth. Since Hyun Mo supposedly died with her child, Jane is the only remaining hope for completing the next stage of humanity. They reach the rooftop, where a helicopter waits. Hijo reads the company's instructions. Humanity's extinction must be prevented at all costs, and Anna is ordered to immediately return to the lab to finalize the emotion engine. The security team identifies Jane as Newman 77 and forcibly takes him from Anna. She screams and struggles as the men restrain her, watching helplessly as her son is handcuffed. She begs Hijo for help, and he finally confesses that Hyun Mo never died. She escaped with her daughter because she chose death over abandoning her child. The guards sedate Jane with an injection and begin shaving his head. Anna loses control, pleading for mercy and asking to at least stay with him until they reach the shelter. The guards coldly reveal that there is no shelter. They shoot Hijo dead and explain that everyone will die here. Anna alone is permitted to leave. After a final devastating goodbye, the men cut open Jane's head to extract his data and seal it inside a box. The helicopter departs, carrying only the pilot, the box, and Anna. As she sits in shock, she realizes she still has Jane's goggles in her pocket. As a brutal storm engulfs the planet, 7 rockets launch from Earth carrying the remaining scientists. A recorded message from director Hui So explains that within 15 minutes, meteorite fragments will rain down, wiping out most life. The project must be completed for humanity to evolve. Physical bodies can already be printed. What remains is emotion. The goal is to begin a new society with a mother and a child. The child is already complete. Only the mother remains unfinished. Anna proposes a solution. She suggests running a simulation that repeatedly places the mother in extreme situations where she must fight to save her child. This would rapidly extract the full range of human emotions. As meteorites approach the rocket, Anna connects to the simulation. She wakes up in bed once again. This time, water is already flooding the apartment. Heo calls, promising rescue. Anna remembers everything. She grabs Jane's medicine immediately and warns him not to follow strangers. Jane cries, calling her a liar, asking why he is always 6 years old every day. Ignoring his confusion, Anna picks him up and runs toward the stairs, only to find both directions blocked by crowds. A massive wave crashes into the building. Anna holds Jane tightly and swims upward. She helps him climb over the railing into the corridor, then pulls herself up, but Jane is suddenly gone. She runs down the hallway until another wave slams through, forcing her to stop. Looking out between buildings, she sees Jane struggling in the water below. Anna dives in after him, but the current is too strong. She cannot reach him. When she spots the helicopter above, memories from the previous simulation flood back. She feels Jane's goggles in her pocket. Suddenly, a floating car slams into her from behind, killing her instantly and resetting the simulation. Sometime later, Hijo performs chest compressions and revives her. The number 787 is printed on her shirt, marking how many times she has already failed the simulation. Hijo shows her a photo he took earlier, revealing that Jane followed the crowd and that the child in the water was not him. Anna bolts in panic. When Hijo tries to stop her, she grabs his gun and fires at the floor, demanding answers. At that moment, explosions rip through the apartments. Flames consume the corridor, and the blast engulfs Anna once again, killing her and restarting the cycle. In simulation 1931, Anna nearly loses her footing over the balcony, but Hijo catches her just in time. Fear overtakes her when she realizes he might still take her son. So instead of accepting his help, she pulls free and jumps into the water below. When she surfaces, she spots Jane on a nearby balcony being held by a man. Driven by panic, Anna swims back into the building. As she passes the elevator, she once again hears Jisoo trapped inside. She desperately tries to pry the doors open, but fails, and the effort costs her life as she drowns. Over countless simulations, Anna keeps trying to save Jisoo, and each time, she dies. Eventually, the counter reaches simulation 407. This time, Anna rushes upstairs to a cleaning closet, grabs a mop, snaps it in half, and uses the handle as leverage to finally force the elevator doors open. Jisoo swims out, and together they make their way to the next floor. They find dry clothes in an apartment, and Jisoo tells Anna she overheard looters talking about a child. Anna rushes toward the voices, only to remember that in a previous run, those same men killed her. She tries to sneak in quietly, but the looters notice her anyway. Anna asks about Jane, but they ignore her and attempt to leave. At that moment, Hijo calls out for her from the opposite balcony. Anna tries to respond, but the looters drag her back inside to avoid being seen. Seeing the apartment owners unconscious on the floor, Anna kicks one of her captors and runs, but the man tackles her into a closet and begins choking her. Her vision fades as the simulation nears another reset. At the last moment, Anna's hand finds a hammer, striking the attacker's head. Before she can escape, the second looter grabs her, and both men prepare to kill her. Suddenly, Jisoo appears at the doorway with Hijo, who swiftly overpowers the looters and throws them out the window. Even then, Anna still has no information about Jane. She remembers giving him the homemade medicine earlier. The apartment owners hand her a bottle containing the remaining mixture. Anna urges Jisoo to leave with her, warning that the apartment will soon flood, but Jisoo chooses to stay behind with her grandparents. After a call from the company, Hijo tells Anna that a boat team is coming to search the entire building for Jane. Anna remembers how her son was cut open in a previous run, and she decides she must find him first. The simulations continue. Now, in simulation 7993, Anna searches floor after floor. She witnesses security agents executing looters. On another level, she finds a wall covered in a child's drawings and remembers how Jane used to send her love drawings on his tablet. She moves on and discovers that the pregnant woman has gone into labor. Anna helps her through the birth, holds the newborn, and gives the couple her jacket. As she leaves, she sees the father return with warm water to wash his child. Guilt overwhelms her as she recalls all the time she ignored Jane, remembering how he constantly sent her drawings. She checks her phone and is devastated to find thousands of images of herself abandoning Jane as she boarded the helicopter. At that moment, Hijo shouts from another floor that he has found Jane. Anna sprints toward them, but the moment she enters the apartment, agents ambush her from behind and restrain her. Hijo tells her they will wake her on the roof so she can say goodbye. Anna calmly reminds him that he dies on the roof every time. It is revealed that this is simulation 13,417. When Hijo tries to ask what she means, the agents kick him out of the apartment. Fragments of past simulations flood his mind. He grabs a trophy from a shelf and uses it to attack the agents. One of them recovers quickly and raises a gun, aiming at Hijo's head. Still half conscious, Anna grabs another agent's weapon and fires, saving him. Hijo injects Anna with a stimulant, fully waking her, and demands the truth. Anna tells him everything. She explains that she has failed to save Jane in every simulation. She reveals that they have had this conversation many times and that they have even tried fighting the agents together, but they always die. Anna fears that Jane no longer wants to see her, but Hijo believes the boy is waiting for her. In simulation 21,499, Anna and Hijo are caught in another firefight with the agents. Deciding to change their approach, they escape through a window and run across another floor. Hijo engages an agent in close combat and volunteers to stay behind as a distraction so Anna can keep searching. She runs into an empty apartment only to be ambushed again, but a massive wave crashes through the window and throws everyone back. Freed by the chaos, Anna swims through the flooded building, searching desperately for Jane. Unable to find him, she swims upward. The water has risen enough for her to reach the roof. Inside an abandoned wardrobe, she finally finds Jane unconscious. She immediately gives him the medicine, but he does not respond. Anna collapses in tears, apologizing for abandoning him again and again. At that moment, Jane wakes up. He tells her she never abandoned him. When she said goodbye, she told him to wait in the wardrobe because she would come back, and she always did. At the same time, it is revealed that meteorites struck the rocket carrying Anna, leaving her critically wounded. Before dying, she asked the director to use her mind for the simulation so she could stay with Jane. Her memories were extracted and uploaded in the hope of saving humanity. Back on the rooftop, agents close in as a massive wave approaches. Anna gives Jane his goggles and tells him to swim. He jumps into the water as the agent sees her. Another flashback reveals that Jane and Hyanmo's child were printed infants, created to develop child AI. The agents never needed to save them, only their data. Jane met Gawan after the experiment had already begun, yet Gawan chose to become his father and truly loved him. When Gawan died, his loss deeply affected both Anna and Jane. As the simulation nears its reset, Anna breaks free from the agents and dives into the flood after her son. She falls through cascading data and surging water before resurfacing to find Jane clinging to an antenna. She embraces him tightly, promising they will swim together, just as a wave pulls them under. The system recognizes her absence of selfishness and finally deems the simulation complete. New bodies are printed for the AIs of Anna and Jane, and they are sent to a distant planet to begin a new society, carrying with them the memories of humanity. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.